Oh, where you go? Hello, it is Teeth. Oh, I guess I get to lose the lose the headphones. But I want to give an update because I did the one that's before this one, and then I did another one. I had to do over it because I'm like, I missed a few things on what I was going to say or what I missed. But I just left the store, and this was another random thing where I'm sure people say such random things. I'm like, okay, what will possess you to say that? But a guy, he was like, he's like, oh my God, you look good. You like something right out of the magazine. Where you from? Dubai or something? And he's like, oh, you look like a ghetto lawyer. And I'm thinking like, really, sir? And he's like, but you look good though. You look good. And I'm a judge, a ghetto lawyer. I've never heard that before. Ghetto lawyer. I guess you know how. I don't know. But I was like, okay, yeah, that was crazy. And then another thing too, and that's another thing too. I have to keep readjusting these damn glasses. The black ones that I had on, they literally snapped right here at the ear. When I went to take it off and it snapped. So I don't know if it got too hot or if I snatched them off too bad. But I'm trying to get these to where they'll stay off my nose because it's only smashing one nose. So it's looking like I got a terrible nose job. But the second part that I wanted to update was there was a guy. He was walking down the street. He was walking behind me. He was like, and I guess I'm just gonna say it verbatim, and it is profanity, but he was like, the fucking creator, the fucking one that comes from righteousness. He gave his only fucking son. You know, pretty much saying, get your fucking life together. Everything he said, every other word was get your fucking life together. Because he gave his only fucking son. And I'm just thinking like, wow. And that kind of, while I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow, well, he actually has a point that kind of made me want to mention like with the whole Messiah. And I'm thinking, you know how you'll have people will say like, oh my God, you look like what's the name from the movies? But oh no, or we'll say for instance, Halle Berry. Oh, that's my cousin, you know. I mean, not really, but you're like, oh hey, do you look like Halle Berry? Oh yeah, because that's my cousin. And that made me, when he was like, oh, he gave his only fucking son, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah. So I can that gave me the encouragement to speak on the Messiah, you know, because like I say, I consider I am the closest thing to a Messiah, especially here, because I'm the closest thing to a Messiah. So I'm thinking like, oh, because the Messiah that, as you know, I'm like Christ the King, that is my cousin, you know. So they're like, oh, are you the Messiah? No, that's my cousin. Well, I am still a Messiah, but the one that you guys are talking about is not the one that's in the books, but it's like, yeah, I am. We are kin. We share the same bloodline. Or the blood type. I guess that's another thing too. Is they're not about what's your skin tone or where you're from. It's what kind of blood you got running through your veins. That's a different topic, but that explains why you go in for a checkup or you go in to visit somebody and they always want your blood. Who are you? And that's how they know who you are, based off your blood, not based off how you look or who's your mama or nothing like that. What kind of blood you got? Yeah, but I thought I'd throw that one part in there too, because I made a previous video pretty much saying like, oh, you know, I am the closest thing to the Messiah, or I look like, or I am mistaken for a Messiah because I am kin to the Messiah. Yes, I don't know for cousins or probably cousins. It's probably my cousin. Yeah, this is my cousin. Yeah, but and there was another update I feel like I had because I kind of merged it in, but it was kind of tacky. Like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the person that was saying, you know, he gave his only fucking son, you know, like that. But it was pretty funny though, because he was serious. He was dead serious. And like, okay, y'all, you know, because oh man, it kind of reminded me of those, you know, how you get people either fresh out of prison or they're fresh out of the gang, and they'll still have the tattoos and still have the demeanor, but they'll you know, be like, you know, get one with the Lord, you know, and they'll probably use profanity too, or probably have waving a gun, you know. Are you fucking out of your mind? Get your life together, you know. If I shoot you, I don't know. I've met a few people like that. And literally like gun-toting gang members, but they found the Lord, and I'm just like, oh. And that's literally the only thing that they just still have tats and guns. And I've seen this a lot. I've seen one guy, I'll call him we'll just say he belonged to a Spanish gang, but he was reading the Bible the other day. And like, well, that's good though, you know, but it's like, you still look like you're in, still like you'll pull the trigger, but okay. But that's kind of what this guy reminded me of, you know, that was using not a profanity, like, you know, he gave his only fucking son, what are you doing, get yourself together, you know, which makes sense, I guess, somebody. And that's also too why I mentioned, you know, even though that's my cousin, like, do I look like my cousin Christ the King? Because like, no, I'm kind, but you'll be sizzling in hell to this day if I have to die for your sins. You see what I'm saying? See how we're different. That's why I say I don't. Most time do I look like? No, I probably do look like my cousin. But yeah, we are both the Messiah. He's down. He's in the books, and I'm an aspiring Messiah. Yeah. And like I said, there's that's another thing too, that was in the previous video. There are 2 crazy people pulled up. And I'm thinking like, we got the whole world and they just literally right there, right to my east. Or is it west? I'll look this way and they're there. But I had that type of energy though. It's like an attractive energy. You attract the good, the bad, rats, roaches, insects, all that. Because it's the energy, which is good. But I guess the nature of stuff, like say if animals and insects are attracted to you, that's actually a good thing. Because it's like, oh, that shows that you're in tune with nature. But like I say, with that attractive energy, it also brings snakes and wolves too. You know, because they're like, oh, yeah. You want a piece of tea, so you want to have the pleasure of knocking me down a peg. And like, no, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, Captain. Yeah, alright. I guess I'll just finish babbling now. Use this video to babble and give updates on people that, oh, you look so good. And I'm just like, yeah, I look good. And they'd be looking around like, oh, your boyfriend or your husband's not here. Pretty much he's not around, so I can holler or show you how much and tell you how much you look good. I'm like, okay, thank you. And one guy's like, dang, you look good. I'm like, I don't want to say I know, but I ain't gonna toot no more. Not yet. Yeah, but I'll say ahoy. I saw babble for about another 10-20 seconds. I just want to do little updates on, the things people say again. Oh, you look good. Oh, are you from Dubai? You're a ghetto lawyer? I'm like, really? You look good? I'm like, well, I gotta be a ghetto lawyer though. Not ghetto. I'm a judge. I'm like, anyway, be well, be safe.